It's cold. Told you it was going to be cold. We told you that in the valley and north there'd be nothing, and south of the valley and the farther south and east you go today, there would be an opportunity for snow. Well, that opportunity for snow was materialized. It's not to say the Lehigh Valley won't see some flakes today. I think we might, but it will be in the form of probably flurries, maybe a little bit of a shower, especially if we get some winds. But you go 40 miles to the south of the Lehigh Valley, you see some snow. You go another 10 or 15 miles, you see some heavier snow. You go another 10 or 15 miles, you see a lot more snow. And you go down to the coast of South Jersey, you go into Delaware, you go into parts of eastern Maryland, you go into parts of northern Virginia, you're going to see a lot of fucking snow. It's basically what we've been telling you for a week. I told you a week ago that there was an opportunity that even though we had temps yesterday well into the 50s, that we'd have cold air plunge down from Canada. And depending on when that cold air hits the moisture, we could see snow on the backside of it to the south and east of the Lehigh Valley. Well, guess what? They're seeing snow on the south and east of the Lehigh Valley. They're seeing a lot of snow. But it's fighting with it. We have clouds over the valley right now, but the air mass coming down, that cold air mass from Canada, is very, 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 very dry. If it was a moist air mass, we'd be seeing snow in the Lehigh Valley right now. It's just entirely too dry. The air is too dry in the Lehigh Valley to see any kind of real snow. Again, with the caveat that we may see a flurry or two throughout the day today, especially if we get the winds that pick up. If the winds increase, what we tell you all the time is when it's cold and windy, you can see some snow. And that's what they're experiencing, particularly on the Jersey coast, interior Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. They're seeing that. But then you go another 30, 40 miles south of the snow and you're in rain again. As that cold air fights with the warm air and they each try to overtake each other. It's a very, very narrow band of maybe 80 miles wide, that is, that band of snow. I'm going to sneeze. Oh. You say New Jersey too many times, you get allergic. Um, but that band is very narrow, and that's why we see a very wide disparity in the proportion of snow from, again, the Lehigh Valley, nothing, to South Lehigh Valley, down towards Philly, you see a little bit of some heavier snow. And then south and east of Philly, you see and actually southwest of Philly, you see a hell of a. See, can't say it. Can't say New Jersey. You see a lot of snow. Pardon me. Yeah. So you're gonna have that today. It's probably gonna last through the at least the evening rush, and maybe into a little bit after sunset, 4 o'clock. It's a pretty quick mover. I'm gonna. Got it. It's a very quick mover, but it's gonna last so long. And again, the north side is dry north of that band, and south. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. South and east of that band is very, very wet, but it's raining because the temperature is still warm. But they're fighting in that line. And frankly, that line where the moisture is just wet meets that frozen precipitation is very heavy. What the hell? I never sneeze. Never. I'm making up for that now, apparently. Today we get up to about freezing. Tomorrow we get up to about freezing. Maybe the valley sees a couple degrees north of freezing. Dry tomorrow. What is Jesus Christ? And then Wednesday, Jesus, welcome to the sneeze episode of What You Can Expect Live. Man. And then Wednesday, we could get up into about 40. The valley may get a degree or two north of 40, but I think a lot of those areas are going to be stuck in the upper 30s. Jesus. What is happening? But then
The
Wednesday
fact,
night, I think we have an
Peter,
opportunity.
the fact that there's
Yeah.
over 100 people watching you sneeze basically is
Yeah.
pretty spectacular.
Welcome again. Welcome to the sneeze episode of What You Can Expect Live. Can we go to the radar real quick? All right, come back to me. Um, Wednesday night, I think we have an opportunity that we could see some frozen precipitation overnight. Wednesday night into Thursday. I don't think it'll be a lot, but it might. We'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it today. I've been looking at it pretty hard today. Um, but Wednesday night looks like there could be a little bit of some frozen precipitation in our region coming overnight Wednesday into Thursday. Not a whole lot, but there could be enough that it could create a little bit of an issue travel wise and maybe need some treatment for with salt and such Wednesday night. We'll talk about it more later and definitely tomorrow. But I've been telling you this Friday we could see some snow. Um, I've been telling you this since last week that we could see snow this upcoming Friday. And quite frankly, there is the potential this Friday that we could see an accumulating snow. I would say the biggest snowfall of the year. It hasn't really fucking snowed, so that's really not saying much. But for the Lehigh Valley, we could see our first measurable, plowable snow on Friday. But there's some things that need to happen or take place for that to happen. I think they could very well happen. I did see, I looked just for shits and giggles at the weather models, and the weather models say nothing like that. So I'm pretty confident that's going to happen because the weather models say it's not going to happen. So Friday, I would keep an eye on Friday, keeping your alerts on for the Weather Center and our lives. Keep an eye on our posts because we'll keep updating before we get to Friday. But right now, it looks like Friday we could see a measurable snowfall, or first real measurable snow um, this week, Friday, for the valley and surrounding areas. It might arrive as early as Thursday, like late Thursday, and then into the overnight Thursday, lasting into Friday. Again, some things need to happen um, for that to transpire. But I would say I've got probably a 60% chance of that happening right now. And it's early, it's very early, 5 days away. Things can change. But right now, I say we've probably got about a 60% chance of that happening. And we'll keep you updated on that as we go through. Now, for those of you who are new to the weather and new to what you can expect live, and you're wondering, well, why is he hemming and hawing? I'm not hemming and hawing. I'm just simply saying that it could very well happen. It's better than a 50-50 chance that it will happen, in my opinion. But if you're new here, we predict these things well out in advance. The snow that is happening right now in the southwest, we were talking over a week ago that it was going to happen, or the likelihood of it happening before anybody else did. Nobody, none of the real weather people were talking about the snow that's happening today until yesterday. Nobody was. So, and then all of a sudden, poof, the world panicked and they started talking about the snow. How they didn't see it happening, I'm not really sure. But they didn't until yesterday. And again, we were talking about it last week at this time. So take that for what it's worth. If you're new to the weather, we do a lot of shenanigans and funny posts and things, but our weather is pretty accurate, offensively accurate. So around freezing today and tomorrow. Again, we might get a little degree or two north of that today and tomorrow in the valley. Colder to the north, and then actually where the snow is falling, it might even be around it as well. And then Wednesday, we could get up to about 40, maybe the low 40s in the valley. Uh, I think I'm pretty confident with that, but we fall below freezing Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, we'll talk about tomorrow because we only do 3 days here. Um, but a chance for some frozen precipitation Wednesday night, I think, not significant. We look dry on Thursday, but then as early as late Thursday, we could start seeing some frozen precipitation again, lasting overnight Thursday into Friday. And then Friday, we could see that combination from late Thursday through the day Friday, or at least through part of the day Friday, where we could see a measurable snowfall, plowable snowfall. So those of you folks who make extra money in the wintertime plowing snow who aren't making shit right now, you might get a little bump in your income late Thursday into Friday. We'll talk about it as we get closer to it. Softball registration is going to open today. The second annual The Classic Charity Softball Tournament takes place in Emerald, PA, Lehigh County, up near Slatington. There, just south of Palmerton, just off I-95. July 2nd. It's a Saturday. It's the first Saturday in July 2022. 8 teams, 8 charities. You'll register. I will say that the cost of registration for the first tournament was $50. However, with the state of things right now, supply chain issues apparently are an issue. the cost of the jerseys and caps, the uniform jerseys and caps that all registered players will get, has gone up. So the registration fee, unfortunately, has gone up as well. It's $75, and I hate to do it that much, but we have to cover the cost of the uniform and the cap. And there will be a little bit left over that will go to the charity that your team is playing for. You will get a jersey. We posted the designs of the jerseys. You will pick a number that you want on the back and front of the jersey. It's either a 1 or 2 digit number, as well as a name that you want on the back of the jersey. You pick that, it comes on your jersey. You tell us what size you want, it'll come in your size. The ball cap designs will be up probably over the next couple of days, maybe today, but I doubt it. And we're going to post the ball cap designs for the teams too. The jersey posts are up. I want to say 6 of the teams are sponsored. Either 5 or 6 of the 8 teams are sponsored. 2 or 3 of them are not. The Lake Monsters are not sponsored. The Lehigh and Bakers are not sponsored. I think that's it. I think the other ones are sponsored. And charities, we still have a few charities to finalize. Again, each of the 8 teams is playing for a charity, so 8 charities are going to benefit from the tournament. We're looking for umpires. We need 6 to 9 umpires. 6 to as little as 6, as many as 9, not 69. We don't need 69 umpires. We need 6 to 9 umpires, a half dozen to 9 umpires for the tournament. We have at least 2 right now. The umpires doesn't cost you anything to be an umpire. You'll get a free T-shirt, an umpire shirt. We didn't do those last year. We're going to do them this year. You will not be allowed to play in the tournament if you're an umpire. So if you're a player, like the first tournament, we had some players who weren't playing, they're in between games or they were eliminated and then they became umpires. We cannot do that this year for some reasons we had last year. So a half dozen to 9 umpires we need. You'll get a free shirt. You just let us know your shirt size. We'll give you very basic rules. There's very, very, very few rules outside the normal softball rules that we're going to go through this year. It's really easy. Walt Sharpley will be the lead umpire. And we'll get closer to rules as we get closer to the date of the tournament, July 2nd. But the most important rule is rule number 1. Don't be an asshole. That's it, really. That's the easiest rule. If you're not an asshole, you follow rule number 1, don't be an asshole, you'll be fine. Everything will go fine. But at the moment you violate rule number 1, there's going to be issues. We will do bat inspections this year because of some issues that we had in the first year. We will be issuing a statement on the bats, which bats can be used and which bats cannot be used. Well, really just bats that we will allow. And bats will be inspected on registration. So when you come the day of the tournament and you sign in saying you're there and picking up a uniform, if you don't pick it up ahead of time, we will get your bat, we will look at your bat, and we will put something on that bat to identify it as a legal bat. And then you can use that bat. And the umpires will look at that bat before you come up to bat. And if you don't have the identifier on the bat, you will not be allowed to use the bat. And if we catch you using a bat that you switch the identifier and put it on, then you will be eliminated. The same team does it twice, the team is eliminated. Not to be dicks, just trying to make it fair. Balls, gentlemen, ladies. Balls can be sponsored. If you'd like to sponsor the balls that we use for the tournament, we got custom balls made for the first tournament. We're going to get custom balls made for this tournament. So if you would like to sponsor the balls, message us at caresoftball@gmail.com. The umpires, by the way, are sponsored by the Snydersville Raceway. Snydersville Raceway has stepped up and will be sponsoring the umpires. So, Alex, thank you very much for reaching out this morning and asking how much it is to sponsor the umpires. And after being told how much it is to sponsor the umpires, agreed to sponsor the umpires on behalf of Snydersville Raceway.
Wait. Hold up.
Yes.
Snydersville Raceway, by the way. So,
yes,
a racetrack, racing
yes,
in general, is known for having absolutely terrible officiating and tech inspection.
Yes.
So we're going to have a racetrack sponsoring our umpires and bat checkers.
100%. That, my friend, is the irony of the weather. That is the irony of the weather. Yes. So they will have their logo at on a couple different places of the umpire shirts. One on the left sleeve and one on the chest. Chest, ladies. Again, the teams are sponsored except for two. I think it's only two. If you'd like to sponsor the team, email us or message us, caressoftball@gmail.com, CARES softball@gmail.com. The fields can be sponsored. The play rounds can be quarterfinal, semifinal, championship round, and championship game can be sponsored if you'd like to do that. All the money goes into the prize pool. The better the teams do, the more money their charities make. So it's kind of that's where that money goes from the rounds. If you sponsor the quarterfinal rounds, the winner of the quarterfinal rounds divide that money and they take it with them to the semifinal round. The winners of the semifinal round take that sponsorship money and move it into the championship round. And then the winner of the championship round gets the most because then they get that money too for their charity. Does it make sense? I think it makes sense. And other other sponsorships too go into the prize pools just to help raise more money for the charities. I don't know what else is. We will be doing a basket raffle again. So if you have a basket or gift certificates or gift cards or something you would like to donate to the basket raffle, let us know. Please don't wait till July. We're trying to get all this done and organized well ahead of time. Obviously, because it's fucking January and we're doing it now, which is 7 months before we did it last time. Well, no, probably 4 or 5 months before we did it last time. Last month it was a very whim. I was dying in the hospital when we came up with that stupid idea for a softball tournament, and we stuck with it. But this year we're going to start now and get everything organized. So thanks to the sponsors who have stepped up already, and I would name them, but I'm going to forget them, so I won't. Aerate Pools, I'm going to do it anyway. Snowscapes, Blue Steel Vodka. Oh boy, this is why I don't do this. 10th Gate Tattoo. Salami Customs. I think there's another one. No, that's 6. Yeah, that's it. That's the 6 that have sponsored teams, and 2 teams still need to be sponsored. We also
Gabriel,
need some charity ideas. We have 3 charities that we need. If you have a charity idea, please message us or email us at caresoftball@gmail.com with your ideas for a charity. It cannot be a charity that we use. Don't be a cancer charity because you do a kickball cancer benefit in October. So all the cancer charities will be played for in October. These will be non-cancer charities for the most part this tournament. So if you know of one, please let us know.
Gabriel Metric is asking, what about the kissing booth?
I don't know if Clark will be there or not, Gabe. If Clark is there, then I imagine he would have no problem opening a kissing booth. I guess that player registration again. That'll excuse me. Player registration will open today, and you can begin signing up to fill the rosters. If you have a group of people who would like to play on the same team, I would do that sooner than later. Sign all up at one time to make sure that you're on a team. If you have a group of people that you would like to be on the same team, go ahead and email us so we can make sure that happens for you. caressoftball@gmail.com, CARES softball@gmail.com. And we will make sure that you and your coworkers / friends / teammates will all be on the same team. When you register, we're going to need your name, the number you want on the jersey, 1 or 2 digits, the name you want on the back of the jersey, as well as your jersey size. Ball caps will also be included with your jersey. The ball cap designs will be up over the next couple of days. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. Around freezing today and tomorrow. Again, snow to the south. The valley might see a flurry or two. Pretty much dry to the north. With the exception if the wind picks up, you might see some more snow flurry / showery activity. Tomorrow looks dry. And then Wednesday, we might have a little hiccup in the precipitation overnight. That will be probably around 40 or so on Wednesday. Then Thursday looks dry to begin. Looks like it might change later on Thursday into Friday. We might have our first measurable, plowable snow Thursday as early as late Thursday into Friday. So that's that. But we'll talk about that as we get closer to Friday and Thursday, for that matter. And that little hiccup, that little glitch that might cause some snow Wednesday. We'll talk about that tomorrow as I have an opportunity to sit down and really look at that. And it may not happen at all on Wednesday. We'll see. But we'll talk about that. Anything softball related, message us or send us an email. caresoftball@gmail.com. I'm going to go see my dad. It's not doing so hot. I think that's it. I'm going to go. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 for What You Can Expect Live.